Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching, welcome back to Will It Base. Today we're going to try to convert the Boar Barn Fields POI location across the street from Carl's Corn and Bob's Boars and all that fun stuff where Gracie lives. And we're going to take this beautiful barn and try to convert it into a Horde base. Now our current game stage is 362, so hopefully that will not kick our asses too much as we convert this joint. But let's get into it. Let's try to figure out what the heck we can do to convert this into a Horde base. Alright, ladies and germs, this is it. This is the Boar Barn. And we are going to try to figure out a good way to reinforce and upgrade this barn. Now, I'm kind of treating this like you're kind of sick of your Horde base and you want to do something different. Or you've just been out adventuring and you're way too far away from home. Maybe you have a day or two to prepare. Now, this barn is actually, pretty nifty. There's a lot of points of attack, a lot of ways you can set this up. One of the scarier parts of this barn is this floor is not safe. So I'm just going to hop over this. But yeah, these are all collapsible here. Oop, there we go. But one of the great features about it is it's very open. So there's a lot of places where you can maybe create a fighting position for like a ranged spot. You can start up here. I'm kind of torn between creating a solid path and utilizing this open area, maybe even... Alright guys, I forgot to clear you guys out. But maybe utilizing this platform here and creating a kind of like an obstacle course for them to get up here. Maybe a couple crotchies, the good stuff. Or if we come out here to the silo and we make this jump here and avoid dropping down to our deaths, we do have this area up here. So I'm kind of thinking of ignoring the silo for today, even though it'd be fantastic to have a big like sky AFK Horde base like what we've done just recently. I'll link that video up there in the corner. But for now, I'm thinking about just utilizing the inside of this barn. Spartan85 and I just did a John Wick stream where we did end up in a barn. It did not work out so hot for us, so yeah, I kind of want to give it a shot and see if I can redeem this joint. So let me convert this into a Horde base. We'll go over what I did to convert it, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Well, sweet. I got the barn mainly cleared out of any obstacles that the zombies could possibly get hung up on. So all around here, I took out like the crates and the random junk and knickknacks. Took out rungs of ladders, so it's going to be harder for the zombies to get up. In fact, they cannot get up there. I'm going to have to make a whole new path. So yeah, even the droppy floor for the most part is cleared out. And my plan of attack is going to have this door open and just build a couple ladders to come up here and have them try to catwalk all the way across to here. And just make catwalk and tightrope and things like that, just to slow down the zombies. I think I'm going to utilize crotchies to knock off the zombies, and that will just thin them out, because the premise of this is we've been out adventuring. We got enough coin to buy supplies from the trader, maybe some cement mix. You can go dig up cobblestone pretty easily. Who isn't bringing crotchies along? So we're going to have enough to survive. We've been out adventuring. We've made a stash box. We've done some trading. We're just far away from home, and we have a day or two to build a Horde base. This did not take long to clear out at all. Even using, proper tools and stuff, it did not take long. I wasn't really cheating. So when Spartan85 and I did the John Wick stream last night, and we held up in the barn, the first thing the zombies really targeted was the supports. So I think I'm just going to go through here and reinforce some of these vertical supports before I do a whole lot more else to anything else in the barn. Just because those failed pretty quickly. Of course, I was not throwing dynamite, I promise. But yeah, dynamite happened, zombies happened, and the barn eventually came down. So I'm going to get these supports all done up and we'll move on to the next stage. Back at the front for the grand tour. So I really went through with all the cobblestone I had and just reinforced pillars the best I could after I was done making the pathing up there. So let's go check out the zombie path first. So they have this ladder, or this little hoppy, skippy, jumpy staircase here. Over to these ladders, yes, they're kind of advanced for being stranded out in the middle of nowhere. But if you're game stage, If your game stage is like 300 and something, you could probably get resources pretty darn easily, or at least buy them from the trader. That's what I did. I did keep the concrete out because I didn't feel like spending money on the concrete there, but we're going to have up those ladders from the catwalk, and we're going to go across the tightrope where the first crotchy is here just to push people off. And I do have this overhanging a bit so the zombies don't get any bright ideas to try to walk over here and try to create their own path over. And they're going to be hit with the scaffolding, the cubes, because, well, I'm stranded. I'm not making something pretty. I'm just going to make something that works. Got the double hatch set up here so I can fight the zombies melee or ranged. And if I have to fall back, boom, close that hatch. I can run on over to the silo here. I did reinforce the catwalk or replace the parts. I took out the center ladder. That way, if the zombies come, well, this is just the end of the world for me. Actually, thinking about it, I might knock off this railing and have the roof of the barn as the fallback. So let me just do that real quick. Oh, almost got me. All right, and we can just hop on over here. This will work beautifully. If we're at the point where we're really over here, the night is pretty much over. The barn's going to collapse, and we're just waiting to either die or wait out the storm. And how do you, the survivor, get up to the zombie platform? Well, that's easy. You're at this game stage, your parkour is pretty high up. So we have that ladder going here, which the zombies can't reach, and it's basically just a parkour course. Parkour, up to the ladder, and we're at the fighting platform. So even if we do slip up and fall, it's not the end of the world. It's not the most difficult path back up. So we should be alright. All in all, it's a really simple design that's meant to thin out the zombies and make the fighting position a little bit easier to work with whatever tools or weapons I brought along the way out in my adventures and I come across this barn. And since my character's been out adventuring, I'm bringing my steel spike club, my suppressed rifle, a suppressed pump action shotgun, first aid kit and bandages, Molotovs because I hate myself, water because I don't hate myself that much, and a repair hammer, even though I really do suck at repairing stuff and keeping up with it. If we're out adventuring like this, we're probably in like the 60s or 70s, so we'll probably go with a day 70-something Horde. I think that'll be appropriate for this base and what level we're at. We have 2 level 6 crotchies, all my guns are level 6. I think the 70s will be appropriate. Oh, Horde Night is upon us. Looks like we have some visitors already. Let's get back into ourselves and get ready to fight. Hey guys, welcome to the party. Alrighty. Look at that. First Karen up here, sweet. Now, I don't know if that crotchy... Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Is that crotchy doing much? Yeah, he's doing alright. Let's take a step back and do this properly now. Woo, a little upskirt action. Get down there, lady. Chicken wings, the big mama. Yeah, girl. I always like it when you stop by. Get a little bit more distance. We'll just crouch in this little spot here. Oh, I feel bad, though. I'm just, like, neutering these dudes. See, the one downside with the crotchies here, and it always surprises me when it happens, is they can push zombies, like, through places where they shouldn't be going. They'll just kind of glitch through. Look at these dudes go. Okay, that, I did not expect that. Or that. Well, I kind of expected them to fly, but... And the reason why I have that structure over there is to try to prevent the zombies from pathing up onto the roof, which is what I think Nurse Jackie over there is trying to do. What do you plan on doing over there, sir? That's something to keep an eye on. Actually. Let's get rid of that. Ooh, what's up, big mama? So yeah, one thing I really tried to keep in mind when I was building this is making sure they could not path up to the roof. So far, with the odd dude getting launched over to the side, I think we're going to be doing alright. Alright, where are we? Ow! Dingus? What's hurting me? I don't know what's hurting me. Oh, nothing was. I think it was just a sound effect from the crotchies doing some work. Which I'm going to continue to let them do. I came out here to try to see if I had to do any cleanup. So far, it's not looking overly horrible down there. I don't want to get too far from my position here. Keep these guys at bay. Oh, hey, big dude. What's our repair situation looking like? Excuse me. Give that a little tappy tap, little love tap. Sweet. Well, so far, so excellent. Nice handy dandy little horde base, man. I'm telling you, after that last the sky base I made, and just doing the tightrope crotchies, it just works out so much more beautifully than I'm used to. Because normally I just have them to keep the zombies at bay from attacking me too much, but having them along the tightrope, man, it's just fantastic. And again, as long as they have a really nice, clear path up to you, it should not be that much of a... Out of here, guys. It should not be that much of a burden on your supports. What time is it? 1 o'clock, nothing... crazy happened. Well... I guess it's on now. So I'm gonna try to race on back to my excuse me, everyone. Oh crap, they took everything out. Oh well. Oh man, well this sucks. Spoke way too hella soon. So improvements to make would be, I guess, have a secondary way up there. So let's continue to use the zombie path. Excuse me there, creepy dude. Oh, hi. Parkour. So this should be... Oh, gosh. Try this again. Okay, ladder up. All right, we should be good now. Fantastic. All right. So it's only 1:30 in the morning. How much did we lose? We didn't, you know what? This might almost be salvageable. Yeah. You know what? Let's see how this works. Can we fall? Oh, no. Get out of here, you dick. What? See, this is what I'm talking about. Shenanigans with myself and Molotovs. It never fails. So what's our health situation? We still have some healing going on. Let's continue to take out these dudes. Yes, they're going to try to take down the barn. And I guess this is a really cool thing about using the POIs versus home build structures, is POIs have so much more integrity for some reason. I don't know what in the game makes it that way, but they, yeah, get out of here. But it takes a lot more for them to collapse. So I'm just going to keep fighting from up here, and we'll see what the next stage of disaster is. Oh no. Are they coming from up? Yeah, they are. Alright, well, what we should probably do is get crotchy set up. Maybe bust some of these dudes off. And just keep fighting, hope for the best. Probably the only course of action we have. Alright, just check the time. It's like 3 something in the morning. At 3:10 in the morning. Sweet. So far, you know what? Even with the disaster, we still recovered pretty easily, I would say. And the barn's holding up semi... Okay, I'm going to stop opening my mouth because that's the second time I've said something nice about the base and then somebody creeps up behind me. No, but for real, like, the base is holding up semi-okay. I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement. Like, if you were going to hold this place, like, over and over again, there's a lot of potential here. I think for one night, if you're out stranded, it's not the worst thing in the world. Now, is it great compared to that gas station POI I did, even with, like, hardcore cheating? Yeah, it's 1,000 times better. Oh, yes. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad I didn't have to use the barn as the fallback because, man, they are all over that roof. Let's go check out this side if we can. Good morning. Oh, these guys they're persistent, man. I'll give them that. But thankfully, morning has come. We can pick off the rest of these guys. We can even probably outrun them. Let's do that, just for realism here. So we do have a broken leg. We are infected. We are tired and fatigued. But for the gigs, I would say that if you're out here, you probably have a mini bike or motorcycle. So yeah, escape is not that hard. Even I do have parkour maxed out, but at this game stage, again, you can probably get away with that. So let me pick off the rest of these guys, even though normally I'd be on my motorcycle or mini bike cruising away from them. But yeah, well, I'll finish up and then we'll get back to what the damage was. Cool. Starting from our main entrance, you know what? Everything's pretty much structurally sound still. This is missing. But our supports I put along the side here is, yeah, everything's looking pretty darn good still. Now let's go walk the zombie path, see what all they had left. All of this is still intact. So the only thing that really dinged us was that demolisher. So I think that's just a skill issue. You know, you can't deny it. It was a skill issue. I set off the beep beep and the beep beep happened. I should have just let Crotchy take care of them, but you know what? It worked out pretty darn good. I was able to get back up there. Structurally, everything's still intact. I had my fallback. The zombies actually helped create a way back in, so all in all, not overly horrible. I would definitely recommend if you're somewhere and you need a horde base and all you have is this barn, go ahead and use the barn. There's a lot of different things you could have done too. I chose to do the interior tightrope. You could definitely utilize the silo a bit more, definitely utilize the roof a bit more. And at this game stage, you could buy a lot of materials from the trader. You can spend a day gathering more materials, spend the night building the horde base. When I had the design in mind, it did not take a whole lot to put together. So yeah, in a pinch or for permanent purposes, I would definitely recommend using the Boar Barn here. It worked out great. There's a lot you can improve on, learn from my mistakes. But all in all, like it did really darn well. That being said, though, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you all have a great day. Don't forget to like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Money